Morning. Well, good afternoon. Good morning to those on the
Good
West Coast.
morning. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon to the East Coast and anywhere else that you're tuning in from that you might be past the afternoon. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, V, what's up?
Oh, not much over here, just kicking off this Monday with lots of excitement. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, it's June 2025. How many of you
Yep.
have put that into perspective? It is mid-year, and we've got some really cool things that we're going to be talking about today. But I mean, I just think we should actually take this opportunity to just reflect on, you know, the first part of the year, right? As real estate agents and real estate leaders and professionals, we measure our business based on obviously our quarters and our where are we at on our goals. And I would love for everybody to just take this moment, and those of you who are participating, where are you at? How you feeling? How you feeling? And whether you want to label it a 10 out of a 10 or maybe a 5 or 6 or 7 or 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Um, let's help each other be accountable. I'll tell you, I don't want you to judge yourself just by your business. We're going to kick off this call today with hopefully some intention. It's been a while since I've been on Gap, so I'm hijacking this call, but you're just going to have to deal with it. But it's kind of one of these moments, Carlos, where you're like, all right, mid-year, I'm going to rate myself in my health, in my business, in my relationships, in my database integrity, and the integrity of my business. But what's so cool about this is that we could do so as a community, come together in my agent attraction, like all the little things that I have labeled out for me. And I just want you guys to just feel like this is a safe space to just rate yourself. Where are you at? Give yourself a number. Give
Let's
yourself a
put it in the
number.
chat.
Where are
Let's
you?
put it in
Where
the
are you?
chat.
We're mid-year. We're mid-year. Where are you? Rate yourself. Let us get you to a
Yep.
10. If you're not at a 10, let's get you to a 10. I know I'm not at a 10, but like where
Yeah.
are you? And how you show up really matters. I'll start off with, do you show up present? Because we're taking time out here to hopefully support you. But Carlos, where would you say you're at? Let's have an honest conversation.
Yeah, I mean, when we have a wheel, right? So I love the wheel of life, the relationships, financial, business, leisure, and rating everyone, I'm analytical, right? Rating everyone separately because you might be a 10 in your business. And by the way, everybody on this call like is hustling, you're showing up, you're intentional. Perhaps you're going all out in one pillar, in one of your burners, right? I'm all about counterbalancing. What are some things that require your most attention right now? And going to war on those things. Like I've been going to war on the real estate side of the business. Like, hey, our sales dropped dramatically going into 2024, and we needed to revamp and refocus because at the end of the day, we are a real estate company. We are real estate agents, and we're selling houses every day. And I have families that depend on that. I have a lot of goals within my agents that depend on that. So I feel like we put a lot of focus on that, and we absolutely crushed it. I'm proud of everybody within my personal team and what they've done and the impact to turn it around, and that's been absolutely awesome. Now, that's requires some sacrifices. So if I look at what I've given up and the things that I've put to the side a little bit, I mean, hey, I'm focused on building, I'm focused on growing, I'm focused on my business. So my personal leisure went down, like I haven't taken a vacation since, like end of 2023, like an intentional full on vacation. Like I'll take a few days here and things like that. So I would say my leisure, I'll rate it a 5. Now I enjoy my life, I enjoy every
Yeah.
day. So when you look at the full spectrum of everything, right? That's where you gotta really do the assessment. What is that one thing that now you need to go counterbalance into? What are those
Mm.
things? And make an intention to do that. Make an intention to block it. If it's not in the calendar, it's not gonna happen. So That's how I do it, V. And there's some areas that sometimes require that counterbalance, in my opinion. Master of all is master of none. You gotta
Yeah.
go all out sometimes in one area.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this year, one of the goals that I had, well, commitments was to really take my health serious. If I were to measure that part, I've just done some testing that I needed to get done that I've been putting off. And, just recently had some procedures that were diagnostic testing, just to make sure like genetic testing, things like, once you start aging, you got to do some things that the doctor wants you to do. And this year for me on the personal health side was what would it look like if I took some personal responsibility over my health. So I'm really, really proud of that. And on our team this year, it's been a lot of streamlining, a lot of, really cutting back the inefficiencies and really focusing on, restructuring the team and making sure, like you said, you kind of go back and if you have to take a step back so that you can make it stronger, better, and build for the future. That's what we've done as a team. Of course, a lot of us have had a setback in our business because we had some unicorn years. Some of you guys are having your best year because the momentum from your buildup is really, really, really paying off. And then some of us, that have been in the business for a long time, we've seen a lot of spikes, right, during good years, and then all of a sudden, then reality, we're kind of falling back into a more, I would say, stable market for some of us, myself included. I was looking back at some of our business. I was talking to Jay. He was like, you'll forever be known for the girl that sold 2,000 homes, in a year. And I was like, Jay, but like, hold on. Every year before that, I want my measurement was, did we hit our benchmark of 400 homes a year? And even in a down market, we did, but it's tough. It's tougher. But I was like, how can we be faster? How could we be more efficient? How could we have, make sure that we're providing what we're supposed to provide in service? And it's been a humbling experience, but I'm really happy where we're at. And I think that we need to just reflect back on these last 6 months and say how much we've learned as an organization. And that's actually probably a really good segue to talk about where eXp is today. And you said it really well in your chat earlier that we're a brand new company. And I love that our leadership team has went back and they've done the work, and they've made some really cool announcements, and we've got some other cool announcements that we're going to share. But for me, I'm just grateful for, the opportunity to learn from all of you guys, be inspired, and have an opportunity to just reevaluate our business and build a business that we love, with people that we enjoy doing business with and life with. And I hope that we can inspire some of you guys to just, maybe do an assessment over the last 6 months. And then really, how are you going to make 2025? How are you going to close it out so that you're proud of what you've accomplished, whether it's, taking control of your business, becoming a video centric business, streamlining, reducing expenses, really focusing on the areas that are your highest and best ROI,
Mhm.
relationships, revenue, etc. So Gil, let you kind of chime in on this. I think you may have heard a little bit. You always bring the wisdom, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the new things EXP has to offer.
And you guys are talking about like getting old and stuff, and I don't feel like I've hit my prime yet. I think that I'm just starting to run. I mean, I may have to wear
I'm not
glasses.
getting old. I'm getting fine. Like I'm getting mature.
I feel like this 2.0 is the very vision that we believed it could be, right? Like this one company that had all our tools, all our resources right at our fingertips, and we could wave our magic wand and say, here's what the best company in the world looks like. And that's where we
Mm,
stand today. Today, we've got tools that we're going to kind of share with you guys that to me have allowed me to unlock a level that I haven't reached before because now I feel like I'm like the Wizard of Oz, except I have real power, right? It's no longer a curtain that I'm kind of pulling back and like maybe you see it or maybe you can feel it or touch it and stuff like that. It's like I could pull back the curtain and be like, this is how you win. And I sat there in at the event there and I was dumbfounded by like, holy, how could he ever imagine that EXP would be this great at this time in the world where so many things are kind of failing and offices are going down and stuff like that. But yet here we are continuing to grow, continuing to add value, continuing to add resources, and making agents better every single day. But you know what? The one thing I say, you know what? For everything that we add, The one challenge we have is making sure that agents know. So the purpose of today is to get you to know, because once you know, man, you become so much more powerful. So we want to share some stuff with you guys today. I don't know where we're starting off with, but I'm kind of jacked into. I'll just come in wherever you guys need me.
Yeah, no, we were just basically reflecting on the year and then now this opportunity to just um celebrate the announcement of some really cool things. Like Carlos said, it seems like a brand new company. We've got a lot of momentum. I'll tell you one thing, before we go into the announcements is I don't know about you, but my anniversary date at eXp is actually this week. So I officially celebrate 6 years at eXp this week, and my life has never been the same ever since. I'm grateful, but I want to just reemphasize something. I actually joined eXp for this very moment, for this market that we're entering, for this moment of time that I knew eventually would come. Not for the easy moments, it's for the markets that, I didn't want to be alone. I wanted community. I wanted to learn from other people, and I wanted leadership. And I'm so proud of our leadership. I'm extremely grateful for Glenn and the model that he created, almost 16 years ago, but also I'm incredibly grateful for the decisions that he's made when it was wartime. And I'm proud to be on the battlefield with people like you guys. I'm looking at the screen, my brothers, the two partners in crime that I committed to being in business with 6 years ago. And I've got more fire in my belly than ever before, even at the 6 year mark. Usually people, start looking and searching for new, excitement. I got the excitement right here. And I couldn't be more proud to just say thank you all for this community that you guys have blessed me with. And I hope that, it's 60 more years, but even though I'm not going to work for the next 60 years, but I do want to say I'm super grateful. So happy anniversary to me. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys, but Carlos, you want to take us away with some of the cool
Yeah,
things?
let's start dropping the fire. What they came here
Right.
for, to know what is new, like what is exciting about eXp 2.0, and why are we saying it's a brand new company? When you think about and reflect where we began, even where we were like 2 years ago, I mean, it was really a startup. It was really a startup with a lot of things broken. Like, we are so polished right now. The value proposition has never been stronger. No matter what your goals, as Veronica said, reflecting on where you're at right now, this moment right here, this call could make such a big difference, because if you don't feel like you're a 10 on your business, on your life, the new EXP can get you there and will get you there. It takes you to do it. All right. No one is coming to save you. The tools are there, and you make it happen. All right. So Franny, let's share the slides and we'll go pillar by pillar. There's several pillars that have been really revamped and touched. Some of these things you might have heard of, and some of these things are brand new to you. And we're going to share even what we learned. When was it? 2 weeks ago in Dallas. All right. So let's see if Franny can put that slide deck up for us here. If not, I'll find it.
I actually, if you're not ready, I can jump the gun on one of them. Like, I will tell you, the company basically made it so all of you guys can say you have a coach that the company's going to pay for, and if you are an agent that's a single agent, or you're a team leader, you now have a coach. And I was really excited about eXp University and how that got rolled out. I'm not sure if that's the very first one we're talking about, but
That is
basically
not
every
the first one, and I
well,
got you. No
well,
worries.
get the slides up because I'm gonna go. I can't keep my emotion back.
I see you're giddy. You're giddy. Can you guys see the screen now?
It's a black
It's
screen. Okay, there you go.
there it
There you
is.
go.
Okay.
There it is. All right. So the first one is the financial side of things. Like, by the way, eXp did a survey of agents coming back to eXp, that left eXp and came back to eXp. Okay. And by the way, if you didn't know,
Pause it, Franny, so it doesn't change.
Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm the one sharing. So can you guys
Oh,
see the
yeah,
financial
but it looks like,
management slide? It's only
yeah.
one slide. Okay. If you didn't know, 9 agents every single day come back to eXp. Let that sink in. They left thinking, well, I don't know, let me see what's out there. 9 coming back. And one of the main reasons they're coming back is this, because they don't get paid on time, their commissions get lost. Like nobody wants their money messed with. Like at the end of the day, we're running a real estate business. We sell a house, we want to get paid. We don't want, you know, anything to be delayed. And we want our money, and we want our money now. So a few things have happened within EXP. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is obviously the pay instantly is something. EXP is not just in real estate, but is in any industry. In any industry, one of the largest companies using the instant payment system that the government created to be able to pay people instantly. Like literally, the average commission right now is getting paid same day. You close, you get paid in your bank account. This is not a check at closing. This is like deposited into your bank account. Granted, different states have different rules and regulations around that. But literally in Florida, like you make a closing and you can get paid that same day in your bank account. You didn't even have to think about. And that was a big deal because it was something that the government created, a new payment system. And eXp was actually one of the leaders in beta testing and streamlining that. And we're actually, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think we might be the largest company using the system right now that's processing the most instant payments out of anybody. So that's a big deal. Gil, you want to talk about, or Veronica, the rev share?
I can tell you as a broker, and I just interviewed a broker a couple of days ago with 189 agents, and in the conversation that I was having with him, it was an hour lunch. He had 2 phone calls during the lunch about agents trying to figure out how they get paid. And from what Leo was saying is from the moment they do that pay now, that money's in their account within 14 seconds on average. And I can tell you as a broker owner, I could have never have done that. And what that means is the company's decided to take a ton of money and float that money to make sure that the money is available and waiting for you. So once everything's approved and that button gets pushed, you're getting paid into your bank account. Not that, hey, here's a notification that you should be paid soon. Not that it's coming in after midnight, not like a wire, but that money is going instantly into your account. And there's never been anything like that. That's a real-time protocol that I don't know if any other brokerage could even possibly do that without the scale that we have.
Yeah. Yeah. So, having that in revenue share and having that in commissions is a game changer. Like literally, again, we all want our money as quickly as we can, right? There's also the changes that were announced last year of RevShare 2.0. So just a quick refresher. You don't need to unlock by recruiting people. Let's say you have one person and they bring one person and they bring 10 people in your third level. And you're like, okay, my third level before used to require 10. Like we want you to focus on growing your real estate business, but if you have an opportunity, you have 10, 15, 20 people down there, why can't you get paid on those if you're a producing agent and you're focused on your production? So one of the big changes eXp did was that for capping agents, first of all, everybody has level 1, 2, 3 unlocked out of the gate. So, and we're the only company doing that, by the way, 1, 2, 3 unlocked out of the gate. So when you have 1, 2, 3 unlocked, you don't need production, you don't need anything. That example that I just gave you, you would get paid. Now, if you're a capping agent, you get 1 through 5 unlocked. Normally that requires 25 producing agents to get, or 20 to get those full 5 levels unlocked. And if you're an icon agent, you get all your 7 levels fully unlocked. So as an icon agent, you're focused on production. Maybe you have a team, maybe you're selling 10 million in production. And because of your influence, because of who you are in your market, you introduce some people to eXp, they grow. I mean, we have examples of people that have 80 to 100 agents, even 120 agents that did it just because they're icons, not because they were recruiting. And those agents many times in the past wouldn't generate the revenue because they were not focused on recruiting. Well, now they get full revenue share. So that's the magic of 2.0. I mean, we're a company that's focused on production, on selling, on rewarding our cappers, our icons, and on building a legacy through, you know, sharing that excitement with others and taking advantage of that revenue share. So this is on the financial side, and then you can see everything on my XP. Like my XP has grown up. I know, Veronica, you have been part of some of the betas with me on that, so maybe you can chime in on my XP and all the amazing things that have happened and are still happening there. And you've made,
Yeah.
you know, a big influence on what that looks like today.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, it's pretty cool that the company listens and they ask us for our feedback. And I've been working with some of the tech team just to kind of see, okay, what do we want to see as leaders, those of us who are growing our revenue share organization, but not just revenue share. We want to see who are our capping agents, who are our icon agents, what is our per agent productivity in our organization? Who should we be celebrating? So these are things that before we used to actually have third-party companies extract data and sell us a product to get the information that we have with inside of eXp. So eXp said, no, we want to improve, and they've improved a lot through my eXp. Of course, you could see the size of your organization, you could see where you're at year to date. Now with co-sponsorship, which we'll talk a little bit more about co-sponsorship later, you could also see who are your co-sponsor partners and your other trees that are growing through your co-sponsorship relationships. And the tech team is working really closely with, like I said, myself, Carlos, and some others that asking us again, what is the information we want to see? And I know that they're working really, really hard also with continuously improving and reducing the steps with onboarding. I'm really, really excited about that. And we have been part of the team that's pushing and pressing really, really hard to remove as much friction as possible so that your agents coming on board can have a seamless experience. We're not 100% there yet, but I tell you, that is something I know they're working on. But I have seen tremendous progress on the My eXp app. So if you guys are not leveraging that, please do. And then if there's feedback, give it to us, and we'll be able to take that back to corporate and work on your behalf. So, but for now, get in there, get familiar with it, and we're seeing tons of progress. And of course, you have the get paid now button too for those of you who have revenue share, and you may want to tap into your revenue share, sooner than when it's going to be paid out automatically. That's still a big enhancement, Carlos, that I think we forget to celebrate.
Definitely. And, you know, I'm all about numbers and goal setting. And it's awesome to see at the beginning of my capping year that, oh, shoot, I got a cap now. Right. And you can see up to the minute how you're moving along towards your cap. In addition
Well,
to
and then
that, now,
also, Carlos, one last thing about that on our dashboard, it's the transparency of who's your upline. Also, your disc personality profile. You could, take your test there to see what kind of leader you are. So there's a lot of cool enhancements and features, but like it's meant for you to utilize. Sorry, Carlos, and also use as a tracker as well. But let's not forget about some of
yeah,
those bells and whistles, guys. By the end of this call, I want to remind you guys, if
definitely.
you're not putting us on three-way calls, you're not serious about growing your revenue share, but we'll talk about that later.
For sure. No, like absolutely. And by the way, so many people don't even log in to their dashboard. And my XP right now should be your mission control because it's showing you again your progress. And you might need one or two more deals to cap, and you see that, and you're like, man, let me put those deals under contract. You can now see an icon dashboard. Who knew that you can see now your trajectory to icon? You can see the cultural points that you have. You can see the events you have attended and whether you got your $2,000 or not in stock. Like you can see all of that. And for team leaders, you can see how your team is progressing. You can see the team production, whether if you're a mega team, if the team has met the mega team standards, like literally everything is in myexp.com now, and that's absolutely powerful. So I don't want to beat this dead horse on the financial management because we have a few other pillars, but there's one more big thing that was just announced in Dallas, and that is you can now have two bank accounts tied to your myexp. So what does that mean? You can have your commissions going to one bank account and your revenue share going to another account. That is powerful. If you're a team leader, you can have your personal production going to one account and your team split production going to a different account. Like, again, this company's grown up. Like, that's like ninja. Like, that right there is like flexibility to its core. So absolutely awesome. Money management to the next level. Let's go to the next one here, and we'll keep it going. So this one was super exciting. The CRM of choice announcement, which just happened. And I know a lot of people love KV Core, which is the one we've been using, and Bold Trail. And if you love it, keep it. But if you're like, you know what? I mean, I don't love it. I wish I could use Lofty without having to pay extra. Well, that just happened. That availability, that opportunity is here. And there's 3 different CRMs that you can use. There's Lofty, there's Close, and there's Bold Trail, which is KV Core. You lock it in for 1 year, so you cannot be switching throughout the year, but you lock it in for 1 year. And just so you know, I mean, Lofty, for example, was one that was desired, and eXp did a partnership with them where we used to be able to get it at a discount. So you're like, okay, well, you know, we're paying for KV Core, but if you want Lofty, we'll get it for you at a discount. Great. Now, that's not the case. That's free. If you're a team and you're using KV Core for your team, you're paying $400 a month right now. That literally goes away immediately, saving you $399 a month, which is the team account for KV Core. Who else wants to chime in on this one right here, the CRM of choice?
I think the
I
issue
think
was, and I love the way he said it. Leo was like, I'm tired of other brokerages trying to use our $85 a monthly fee kind of against us, right? And so, his ideology is like, well, let's try to create more value for that. So it's actually not just about just the CRM choice, but it's the additional stack of tools and resources that the agent gets for that $85, which, by the way, it's a ridiculous deal. Like, you're overvalue for your technology that you're paying for. So you're getting, as you guys know, Canva Pro. You're getting now Sisu, so you have a great accountability software. You get a great software for building your marketing. You're getting choices of Lofty or Close or Bold Trail, and the rumor is there's a few more that might come in there as well. And you're also getting Slack. You're getting a bunch of tools in there, eXp University, and a bunch of other stuff in your tech stack that now when you come in, you're like, wow, I don't really love KV Core, but that Lofty sounds pretty cool. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. So we're getting the best tools and resources, but we're giving agents choices, which allow agents to be able to kind of have a bigger, better conversation. Because before it was like, yeah, I don't mess with KV Core. I use Chime or something of that nature. I think which is Lofty now or so, or what have you. So now they get to look in deeper. Hey, well, which one of these might work for you? Which one of these might help you? Are you looking for lead generation? Are you looking for branding? Are you looking for just a good email solution? Like, what are you looking for? Let's pick the ones best for you. And I think that just allows somebody to be able to lean in rather than saying yes or no. The question now is, which one do you want? And I thought that was another win for us. Gabby.
And
Huge win.
again, just if you think of like the way Leo wanted to make it, it was kind of like open enrollment, like your health insurance, right? And make it accessible. Again, you guys get to pick it for 1 year. Once you make the choice, if you do, it will be, I think it rolls out this month. There will be a transition phase for those of you who are heavy with KV Core, but you do need to make a decision as to which one you're going to select. And if not, I do believe it will automatically, if you do not select, enroll you in Bold Trail, if I'm not mistaken, Carlos. Important for them to make sure that they know that. So guys, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. If you know someone at eXp, and they're not on this call and they're in your organization, I think as a leader, what we need to do is like, hey, I just want to make sure you know this. We're going to send this message by land, air, every way that we can. eXp is going to be sending it via text, via email. They're going to make sure that everyone knows, but there's always someone who's not as plugged in. We don't want them to miss out on this valuable resource and opportunity that they have. It's really, really important. And like Leo said, and like Gil just re-emphasized, this is no longer a, junk fee. Like this is our tech fee, guys. This is our like the engine to help us operate our business. And we are getting so much for the small nominal fee of $85 a month, a CRM of choice, Sisu, which is a crazy, a tool for you guys to utilize to track your business, a dashboard that helps you operate your business like a business with transparency so that you can hold yourself accountable, so that you could really integrate your CRM with this software that will allow you to truly run your business like a business. This is a game changer, guys. You will be able to truly see where you're winning in your business. I mean, I don't even know how they can even afford this stuff, to be honest with you, but kudos to eXp for doing this. That's all
Talk
I have.
about CISO because obviously you're a CISO power user within your team. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Sisu is a really it's such an empowerment tool for you guys, not only to track your business, now they're rolling out some really cool tools, again, depending on what level you have Sisu, but just the basic level that you get with eXp will allow you to track your business, measure your KPIs, like it says on here, be held accountable. If you're participating in Fast Track, everything's going to be tracked in Sisu. But guys, this is more than just a visualization tool. You can utilize it for your transaction management. You can open up your SkySlope transactions through Sisu. So it is truly built to communicate with eXp and help you simplify your business and track your business. So there's going to be a lot of training on Sisu. I utilize Sisu. I can see my team's business. I can see, the lead sources that are converting. I can see the ROI. I can see who's converting. I can celebrate my agents. I can see the leaderboard. So those of you who are running a team and want to learn a little bit more about Sisu, happy to help you guys. But this is what real business owners do. They measure their business. The days of just, ad hoc and saying, oh, I just work off of referrals. Great, but you could track this now in Sisu. And we could see who your, best referring clients are. I highly recommend that you guys take advantage of these tools because no one else has these at the nominal fee that we have in the investment that you guys are getting from eXp. There's a whole training series on this. So Carlos, I'm probably not the person best to train them, but I will tell you it is meant to track your business, simplify your business, and help you have a solution that you can start in one place. And that is with Sisu.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get better if you're not measuring your output, right? Like if you're not measuring what you're doing. So in order for you to improve, you have to measure. Sisu helps you measure. Your CRM helps you maintain those relationships, helps you with the follow-up. We're giving you the world-class tools to run an elite business. So, and there's more. Let's go into learning and development. I know Gil has been super excited to go into, he was even sharing some of this before early, right? As always, Gil breaking rules. But eXp University, Gil, I know you're super excited about it, so go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about it, but I feel like one of the challenges for most agents is like, all right, we got these cool tools, but like I don't have access to them. I don't know where they're at, things of that nature. So like they come up with these two things, right? And I feel like the toolkit was one thing, right? It's like, okay, here's your toolkit. You want for buyers, go to EXP Toolkit buyers. You want sellers, here's EXP Toolkit sellers. Then they started adding some more toolkits. Just think of the word. You want agent attraction, it's an EXP Toolkit for that. But what I love what they did was they gave me a one source site that I can leave open right on the screen while I'm talking to an agent and show them exactly our value proposition, right? When I feel like I sit down with an agent, it's like you're either going to a couple of different funnels. First off, you're either a solo agent or you're a team agent, or meaning you're looking to grow a team or you have a team. And they basically just said, okay, well, here's the training specifically for agents who are looking to grow their teams. Here's agents that are specifically who want to be top level agents. And then here are all of the subsections of those, right? So for me, because I run a team, but and for anybody who runs a team, you just basically got John Cheplack as a coach, right? So they have the team mastery series that Leo and Cheplack teach together, and it is an incredible resource that you can sit down with another agent and say, hey, if you're thinking about running a team, how would you like to hire Cheplack and one of the top real estate minds of all time, Leo Pereira? as your coach, right? And have that, and there's other things you can kind of get in there with EOS mastery and things of that nature, which Veronica is like the queen with. But if you're an elite solo agent, like, hey, let me put you in this program, right? But what if you're neither one of those? What if you're just a brand new agent and you just want to figure things out? I am super proud of FastCap. I can tell you personally, I do not hire an agent without putting them in FastCap today, right? FastCap is the structure. FastCap is like, what if I could put you in a coaching structure where they're going to give you the activities, give you time to do the activities, put you in a group environment, so this way you can learn off of each other. That is a proven, repeatable result. You know, the results that I keep saying is like 6.9 buyer signs and listing signs signed in the 6 weeks if you're doing the activities. Like, it is ridiculous. Yes, it should be. Maria is absolutely mandatory for any new agents joining. I mean, it is the key. I actually got to meet a couple of agents that were using it in New York, and they're like, dude, they're doing 7 transactions. Are you kidding me? As a brand new agent, right? And why wouldn't they? They're learning the structure. Here's what's important, and here's the order, right? It's what you need to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it, and do it. So I'm super excited about it all being in there. I wish we could maybe put that on the eXp University just on the screen for a second, so people can kind of see, you know, how clear it is, how easy it is for people to take advantage of that. FastCap, the Elite Solo Agent Mastermind, the Team Mastery, and then here's all the bundles. Here's all the other stuff. Agent Essentials. That's where all your toolkits are in there. So now all you've got to do every time you think about training, you just go to expuniversity.com. That's it. One home.
I love that. And of course, you mentioned Team Leader Academy and EOS. Team Leader Academy, not to take credit, but I'm going to take credit. It is my baby, my brainchild. About a year and a half ago, I went to Leo and I told him, I think we need to have a plan for teams or those who aspire to be a team, and a solution for teams, and then an ascension plan. A team, sometimes you start off as a baby team, then you turn into a mega team, then you turn into a super team. And that's also something that, you know, they have poured a lot of resources into. So Team Leader Academy is backed by EOS. So everything, a 32-week playbook on how to build a successful real estate team. But wait, there's more. If you're running a team and you are a certified team, they will help you place agents on your team. But again, like Gil said, FastCap, they're trained on FastCap before they can be partnered or sent to your team to even get, you know, to get past the sniff test. They must have gone through FastCap. So now we have a company that's placing the agent in an agent development program, then sending them to team leaders who are looking for talent so that they can interview them and pair them. But wait, there's even more. If you get a Zillow account or you are in super growth mode and you have leads and you need agents and you go to the growth team, they'll make sure that agents who are perhaps declining at eXp or maybe saying, hey, I've tried this alone. I don't want to do this alone. You know, I think I want to be on a team. You know, or maybe I'm just kind of like realizing, you know, I did the solo thing and I'm seeing Carlos and them crush it, what it would look like to be on his team. They'll match you with the team leaders that are certified in your market. Team leaders, this is a huge value proposition. A company that helps you pair, match, it's like matchmaking. But on top of that, team leaders, you get John Cheplack. Well, you get John Cheplack. I am one of John Cheplack's coaches, and I know what he charges, $2,000 for 20 minutes, okay? You are getting him raw in the flesh for an hour with other team leaders as a team leader that is crushing it. Solo agents, Jared James. Oh my God. If you're not following Jared James, if you are a capper, a solo agent, a top producer, you get Jared James with Leo every month. I'm sorry, every third Tuesday of the month, right? And same thing with Cheplack. I mean, this is huge, guys. This goes back to, what are you paying for to be here at eXp? You actually should be paying eXp more, but they're actually giving us all this value for this nominal, amazing tech fee, memberships, partnership fee. So I'm super excited about Team Leader Academy. If anybody is interested in learning about Team Leader Academy, if you dream of building a team, I am excited for you. I'm happy that you guys are interested. I will be happy to walk you through it. It is a $2,500 membership a year, just like eXp Luxury would be an exclusive membership, but you're going to get EOS coaching, which is a foundational entrepreneur operating system that the elite of the elite, many businesses, Fortune 500 companies run off of this. Everything from the playbook, everything from SOPs, everything from how to structure your team, how to manage your team, what systems to use, how to develop your agents, how to recruit, you name it, we've got it at Team Leader Academy. This is a game changer. And I hate using that word because so many people use it. But we, in my opinion, it is actually irrefutably, you cannot dispute it. We have the best teams at eXp. And the best teams at eXp are the ones who've contributed to this playbook. There is no other company in my professional experience that has the professionalism and the quality of team leaders that we have here. And many of them are part of our council who have helped vet this program. So I would love for you guys, if you're interested in Team Leader Academy, if you're ready, or if you're not ready, what it will take to get you ready for next year. But it's going to be pretty awesome. What was that other thing right after Team Leader Academy?
By the way, while we're in this spot, they also announced a brand new division, right? So all of you guys are aware we have one of the best tree divisions, right? We have one of the best commercial divisions, but we now have a land and ranch division. And it was interesting enough because I was at the event and an agent was telling me about, oh, I got this piece of land, I don't know how to market it. I was like, dude, you should join this new land and ranch division, blah, blah. Instantly joined it, instantly got some value and redid all their marketing for it, and just super excited to have yet another tool, resources of specialty for our agents to dominate the market, right? I'm not a land guy. That's not what I do. But now I have a division within our company that I can go to and pick the best of the best in the country. So that was another cool little resource that they just dropped out there.
Yep.
And
All
by the
right.
way, Carlos, I know I stole your slideshow, so yeah, so go ahead and take your slideshow back.
All right. Well, I don't even know where it went, but let's see if we find it. Okay, here it is. Cool. So let's go to the next pillar, which is all right. So process management. We talked about a little bit of this, but just so you guys understand the level of support that we're getting with the eXp right now is unlike anything I've seen. First of all, the expert care, hands-on onboarding of agents. Whenever an agent starts, they set up a literally 2-3 hour training session with that agent to walk them through all the tools, all the resources, all the 500 emails they get from eXp. So they literally have a concierge support. Now, that concierge is not only for a new agent onboarding, it's for the journey. Anytime you get stuck, anytime you have an issue, you can go back to expert care and do a session, schedule a session, and they'll walk you through and they'll help you. SkySlope has gotten an upgrade as well. There's also now a SkySlope Teams. I don't know if that's available for everybody. We're beta testing it. And basically, it allows us as team leaders to provide our agents with clauses and contract templates, which before that was not possible. So this creates a lot more support for our agents on our team because, we have custom things that we do. We have forms that, are not broker level forms. We have classes that, we want to provide. So that's something now that's brand new with SkySlope. Again, if you guys haven't seen that, if it hasn't rolled out to everybody, feel free to reach out to one of us. I'm happy to, get you on that list and make sure that you guys get access to that if you have a team, because it's a game changer. It's incredible to be able to have that capability. And then, all the different things that the company provides for you to find what you need, right? Like eXp World is now, available in any platform, right? So you can literally jump in there from your phone, from your computer, from your iPad. It doesn't really matter. And you're immediately talking to somebody and you can talk to the broker team, get your questions answered. We're about to get a Slack, which is going to be, another way to connect to people, similar to what we do in Workplace. We should make sure, you guys are aware, workplace is being turned off by Facebook. It has nothing to do with eXp. All right. So they announced it last year. Workplace at some point this year is going away, and we're replacing it with Slack, which is an enterprise level platform that has been around and is used by Fortune 500 companies, and it's incredible. So we're super
Hey,
excited
Carlos,
about
do
that.
you have sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Do you have it Fixer on any of these?
I was just thinking about that. No, we don't have any of the AI things on this, I don't think. But that's a whole nother opportunity and value proposition. It's incredible too. If you want
We
to
just
drop
want to,
it
I don't want to
here,
miss it out. So let me just get, because I
yeah,
know how we are, guys. We can go down a rabbit hole because this is overwhelming. It's like the Cheesecake
yeah,
Factory.
it's a
Some of these
lot.
things are things that we already have, right? But the things that are the main things that they announced, right? We talked a little bit about it. A is the, the CRM of choice. We obviously know that we have co-sponsorship. We obviously know that we have now Jared James and John Cheplack. For those of you who don't have that on your calendar, get that on your calendar, and all the other cool things that Carlos got. We'll make sure that this is posted in the Alliance, in the Global Alliance page, and it's emailed out to you guys as well. But what's really cool is, guys, the company is really future focused and
Mhm.
leaning into AI like never before, to the point that we actually built a GPT while we were at in Dallas together, right? So they're going to be doing a lot more training on AI. But one of the things that Glenn, he's super bullish on, is all things AI. And if you are a capper, or an icon, you get Fixer AI, Fyxxer, right? I believe that's the way we spell it, Carlos. Fixer AI for free, which is an email AI tool that will help you, clean up your email. We know email can be overwhelming. So if you are a capper and an icon agent, I believe a team leader as well, you get Fixer, which is actually one X, Fyxer. So if you guys have not, you will log in, you'll sign up with your eXp Realty email, and it will set you up so that you guys can get access to that. Another tool to help you be more efficient in your business. So that's something that I'm really excited. I use Fixer. My team
I do
is
too.
all onboarded on Fixer. So guys, AI obviously continues to evolve very, very quickly, but it's really cool to know that our company is really focused on making sure.
So let me give them some color, right? So you get all these emails. Let's say you wake up 8 a.m. in the morning, open your inbox, and all your emails were drafted. Not only drafted, but with your tone, with your language, because it already learned how you do it after you used it for like 30, 45 days. And you just have to hit send and complete your emails. Imagine having folders for things that, hey, this is marketing, let's put it over here. This is something that's urgent, you should reply to it. This, and the customer replies are already there. So it's organizing and drafting to make your life easier. All right. So this is available to cappers and icons because EXP is stacking the deck. You're somebody that's producing, you're getting more value. You're somebody that's building a team, you're getting more value. And that should be aspirational to all of you guys. One of the things that we do also is attend the top 250 masterminds. That should be aspirational to get into these rooms, to get these tools, to become a capper and get these opportunities. But Fixer definitely makes life easier. And I'm very funny with my emails and stuff like that. I was I'll test it out, but it's actually really cool. It's actually really cool. So excited for that one. Let's keep going. I already talked about the broker team and all of that, which was the last slide. Wellness, real quick hits. You guys know you have eXp healthcare. You can get a health program at a discount. You should, be taking advantage of that. Stand a hand if you or somebody you know is in hardship. That is a charity that will contribute to agents within eXp that are in hardship. So, for example, when the LA fires, unfortunately left some of our agents in need of support, Stanahan was there to support them. Veronica, you were going to share something?
Yeah, I was actually going to say extend a hand is extremely powerful, and I'm really, really proud. He's not on this call, but if you know Kevin Kendrick, who's one of our amazing influential leaders, he helped Sunshine coordinate the Florida Orlando rally, and they were the #1 extend a hand donation fundraising winners. Every single EXP rally that happened across the country, which me and Michael are going up to the New York one. I don't know, New York still has a chance to take the front running, but as of right now, Orlando, led by Sunshine and Kevin Kendrick, they raised the most. Central Florida, yes, you guys, Central Florida raised the most in the Extend a Hand fundraiser. Guys, this makes an impact to our agents. This is for our agents. And the other thing I want to say is, if you want to get involved, many of you guys talked about, I want to get involved. I want to train. I want to be on stage. How do I get seen? This is how you get seen, by participating and by getting involved. Today, one of my leaders, Martha Melendez, today, she's, and Rebecca Soto, I mean, they have, and Michelle, there's so many of them. Guess what they're running? They're running Fast Cap in Espanol. They curated it. They developed it. They recruited the people who are going to teach it. So if you guys are looking for a platform, this is a platform. But things like extend a hand and participating in the EXP rallies and helping coordinate it, that's real leadership. And I will tell you something, that's something to be proud of, to be the #1 fundraiser of this that's really going to make an impact should our people have any emergencies. So big kudos to the Central Florida team and the Central Florida rally team. Just wanted to say that.
Cool. All right. So this one I know we could spend an hour on, but like Canva Pro, game changer. Like that's incredible. Like the fact that we have Canva Pro, and Canva just rolled out some amazing tools in the last 30 days or so that we get because we have the enterprise version. A lot of AI injections and a lot of automated designs that you can create. So it's really incredible. We got the luxury division, the land and ranch division, the commercial division. We have a sports and entertaining coming around as well. I mean, literally, if you specialize in a niche, eXp has the tools and resources to help you level up whatever it is that you're doing. That's what we're saying. This is not a baby company anymore. This is the industry defining company that we all dreamed of. This is the Amazon. This is like, there's nothing like eXp. What we're doing is defining this industry. So be proud, take advantage of it. This is really to help you grow your business, to help you reach your goals, to help you provide for your family, to help you build what you want to build, your purpose. There's revenues, a ton of referrals coming through revenues, and eXp Access, which is a place where you can market listings before they are ready to be listed. Go ahead, Veronica.
Carlos, there was a question on eXp Care. And so what eXp did, for those of you who are, looking to, again, continue to grow and maybe leverage the growth team with your, to grow an agent attraction, they have a dedicated team where you can go onto a live Zoom, and the growth directors all take turns and shifts to be on duty. So there is an actual, Carlos, I don't know if you have the link readily available. I can pull it up. It'll take me a minute or so, but there is a dedicated live Zoom room, guys. So if you can't get Gil on the line, or you can't get Veronica on the line, or you can't get Carlos on the line, and you need someone, a third-party validation, which is what I said I was going to wrap up with. If you guys are not doing third-party validation calls, you are not growing your revenue share or your agent attraction the right way. They have a team Zoom room with Tony King and his amazing growth directors ready to help you, ready to explain, ready to assist you with your partner calls or your potential partnership calls. So this is really exciting to know that you have that tool, and I'll drop that into, again, the Alliance Facebook group, and we'll make sure Franny pushes that out, not too much all at once. But this is something that, guys, leverage this. And again, going back to what I said earlier, I talked to Jay Kinder this weekend. How many of you guys know who Jay Kinder is? If you don't know who Jay Kinder is, you're living under a rock. But Jay Kinder obviously is one of our dear friends, mentors, the reason why many of us are here today. And we're talking about, and I see Jackson on here. Jackson, so good to have you here. Jackson's one of our newest partners. If you know, there is a system, just like there's a system to growing your real estate business, there's a system to growing your agent attraction business. And many of you guys have been shooting at the hip. Many of you guys wonder how to do it. Well, there's a very simple, basic formula. You get more appointments on your calendar and you do more invitations to third-party validation calls. What is a third-party validation call? Gil, hey, I got a person who I think is awesome. Tawanda's awesome. And I was wondering, like, can you make yourself available so we could just learn how we can grow her business? What's important to her? And, you know, with your leadership experience, because you've grown a YouTube channel or you're just crushing it, dude, and she really wants to grow her real estate business and her presence, would you be my, you know, third-party validator? Would you come on? And obviously I do a good job of edifying Gil about how he's built so many amazing leaders, impacted the career of so many people. Shut up and just let Gil do the rest.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
grow
The
a
great
revenue
calls
share
is definitely
organization?
key.
That's what we do all day long. But guess what? I don't remember the last time any of you have hit me up, and if I'm in your organization and you go into your eXp, my eXp, my number's there, my email's there. You could find me like, hey Vic, I got a person. Can I hop on your Calendly and can you help me? Carlos, same thing. Gil, same thing. I challenge you guys to actually do that and see which one of us don't answer, because we love this. I live for this stuff. So I literally said to Corinne not too long ago, which she came to my house, I said, let's do your top 100. Follow the method that Jay Kinder did, right? Who are the people you want to be in business with? She wrote them down. We wrote down the avatar. I said, okay, no, put a name to it. That's who we're going to call. Well, how do I call? We're going to invite them to something. What am I inviting them to? We're going to create something. We're going to do it right now. Call them right now. They're onboarding next week.
Can
So
I
if
share one
you,
more thing?
yeah, go ahead.
I think this is one of the things that's a hidden secret because a lot of these people are part of the agent attraction with and part of it Honey Badger Nation. For those of you guys who want the exptoolkit.com/growth, that's where you're gonna get a bunch of agent attraction stuff. But on Honey Badger Nation, right there on that front page, not locked behind some paywall or something like that, is actually Michael Reese's agent attraction funnel. And it's super broken up into like, hey, you want to build an organization? Identify your top 100. Next step, engage with your top 100. What to send to who? Transitioning an invitation and building a bridge. Talks about three-way calls. It's super broken down. Literally within a few hours, you can be an absolute expert. By the way, he used to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for this funnel class, and you can get that for free. Just go to honeybadgernation.com and there's no registration. You can go ahead and start watching them and then put it to action. If you're really serious about agent attraction, 9 a.m. myself and Vince Eastern Standard Time, we do an agent attraction call. It started off with like 5, 6, 7 people. Now there's like 40, 50 people every single week who are committed to taking action. My only thing is between 9 and 9:45. And for the next hour, we're going to give you activities to do between 9:45 and 10:45 on what to do for agent attraction so you can build an organization and have passive income in your business. I can tell you right now, take these steps, do them, deliver them, know that you're working for the best company in the world.
I think this is a good opportunity to tease one thing, Gil, that's part of the 2.0. And they're going to be blown away because everybody here was super excited when we talked about FastCap, because FastCap is coaching, training, and helping agents do the activities, tracking. It encompasses everything. So what would it look like to do that for attraction? What if you had the same thing for attraction and you could jump into an environment where your coach, mentor, you're giving the tools, the resources, the script, the accountability? Well, that is Fast Attract, which is launching very, very soon. I mean, there was a beta. So the beta, did the beta start, Veronica, already? Or I know we got invited to the beta. It's like this week, I think.
I believe it is this week. And you know, there's going to be tons of stuff, not to give you guys too much details because it's new, but
Yeah.
it's been put together by some of the best attractors in the company. And if you
Yeah.
guys, Gil posted the link, but if you guys haven't seen the link, look how cool this is, guys. If you want to add revenue share to your business and actually see what it would look like if you plug numbers in. You know, if you got on an exercise with me, Carlos, or Gil, and you really wanted to take your revenue share game serious, you could actually make this part of your business plan. They have really built this out to be gangster. I mean, we have been asking for a rev share calculator. I literally met with the team the other day, and her goals were, I just want to be able to make an extra 6 figures a year so my husband can retire. And was a great recruiter at another company, but had no way to control his success because it was profit share tact, you know, and he just couldn't control it, but he was good at recruiting. Here we were able to plug in the numbers, and he was able to build out a roadmap on how he's going to make an extra $100,000 a year. So guys, this is a game changer. If you guys are serious about agent attraction, put me in, coach. I want to help you,
And
brother.
I don't know if everybody knew here, but you can make in the first year, for an agent that you attract that is a quality agent, that caps up to $4,000. If they're a capper, you're making $4,000. So let's say you join Fast Attract, which, by the way, if you guys want to jump into the beta, hit me up. I'll figure out how to get you or sneak you behind the gates. We'll figure it out. I think it's starting this week. You bring in one agent, $4,000 for that first year. If they're a capper, let's say they're half capper, $2,000. Like, what if you brought in 3-4 agents and you made an extra $8,000, $10,000, right? And then those agents, year 2, they're bringing some people, right? And now that revenue continues to come in. That's the power of this. I just want to end with one thing, guys. What is eXp 2.0? eXp 2.0 is the company that has plugged all the holes that we literally have been forced to plug as leaders through all these years. And they've done it by leveraging the things that we were already using. For example, the wealth chart. They literally provide that wealth chart in the growth toolkit that Gil shared. Like, you have the wealth chart, you have the scripts used by the best. You have, everything, and now you're going to have the training to do it all. And that's in every area of the business. You want to sell 10 houses? We got you. You want to build a team? We got you. You want to attract? We got you. You want better marketing? We got you. It doesn't matter what your goals are. Second half of this year, we got you. That's basically what eXp 2.0 is, with the best tools and the best resources for you to accomplish what you are after. All right, Gil V, wrap it up.
Well,
you're muted.
Only
I
number
know,
here
drinking from a
is I
fire
want to see
hose.
you guys at Build at Sea in August. If you guys want to be around some of the best and just hang out and just have some beautiful views and the MSC, I'd go right now, because here's what happens at the event. You think about it like, oh, I'm going to go, but I'll just do it later. Do me a favor, punch on your browser right now, buildatsea.com. And what you're going to see is it's $195 to go on the trip. And then you're just going to pay for your room, pick out whatever your room. You want a super fancy room, you want to just get in the boat, whatever your choice is on there. I've heard that you can split a room for like $400. Like, you can't miss out on this opportunity. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get sold out and you're going to be screwed. And then you're going to watch everybody else's business grow from the shoreline, taking beautiful pictures on Instagram. And you're going to be at home as like, wish I was on the boat. Wish I was on that boat. And I got to tell you, we're like, what, 70, 80, 90 days away from the event. Like, it's like right around the corner. Like, mark it on your calendar, go to buildatsea.com, get on the boat. That's going to help you grow your business.
All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of information. I got to head to the airport. I appreciate you all. Carlos, great job. Let's make sure Franny posts this in the Facebook group. But guys, most importantly, check your emails and leverage your upline. We appreciate you guys all. eXp 2.0. Let's go. Let's go crush the rest of the year.
Ooh.